Alright, what is up guys? Brian here, and this is my Lucha Underground review for last night's episode of Lucha Underground. So, let's get right into it. I actually thought that this was actually a pretty good episode last night with three good matches. The main event, of course, I thought was an absolutely amazing matchup, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But getting right into it, we had... Well, I'm going to give my thoughts on each matchup, and then I'll give throughout the show they were having different clips. They started off Lucha Underground last night with Prince Puma standing on the roof of the temple. Vampiro would come. Puma had been having visions of his battles with Mil Muertes. Vampiro said the only way that those visions are going to go away. And then Puma answered with winning the championship. So, and then Puma would see the Worldwide Underground after Vampiro left. He would see the Worldwide Underground of Johnny Mundo, Taya, PJ Black. And then there was the two other guys. I don't remember their names off the top of my head. He would see them entering the temple. PJ Black would then see Puma and shoot him the bird, if you catch my drift. So that was pretty much it for that one, for that whole thing. We had Pindar taking on Cage in the second round matchup of the Cueto Cup tournament. This one actually ended a lot as it got started. The referee, which would instruct Cage to take off that metal glove that has made him more powerful and more destructive. Cage refused. When the referee tried to remove it himself, Cage lost it and clotheslined him, thus getting disqualified. So Pindar advances in the tournament. Afterwards, Cage would then give the referee that screwdriver finish that he does. I think that's what they call it, the screwdriver or something like that. And that was pretty much it for that whole series of events. What else? Let's see. We saw Dante Fox take on Son of Havoc in a second round Cueto Cup tournament match. This one was actually pretty good. Before the match started, Son of Madness attacked Son of Havoc as Son of Havoc was making his entrance, and laid him out with a chain. Obviously, still feeling some wanting to get revenge for Son of Havoc, eliminating him from the Cueto Cup tournament. Dario Cueto would come out, basically say that this match is still going to go on, and Son of Havoc has to choose whether or not he's gonna forfeit or fight. Son of Havoc, of course, chose to fight, and he didn't let that attack stop him. Dante Fox, very cagey. He attacked Son of Havoc. But Son of Havoc came back and almost won the match, but one calculated miss of that shooting star press, and that was enough for Dante Fox to capitalize, hit the fox catcher, and win and advance in the tournament. So Dante Fox moves on. Obviously, the whole thing with Son of Havoc and Son of Madness is far from over, with Son of Madness attacking Son of Havoc before the match. So obviously that feud's going to continue. And then, of course, that brings us to the main event, which was the third second round match of the night. It was PJ Black, representing Worldwide Underground, taking on a Prince Puma. And this is a match I actually recommend people checking out, because I thought this actually was a great matchup. I thought it was an amazing main event to end this week's episode. I mean, these guys hit each other with everything they could possibly think of. You know, they hit each other with kicks, punches, top rope moves, you name it. But in the end, it was Prince Puma with the 630 after the shotgun drop kick that finally scored him the win to an advance in the tournament of the Cueto Cup. So a big victory for Prince Puma last night on Lucha Underground. Then afterwards, they then showed a clip of Dario Cueto in his office and PJ Black coming into Dario's office saying Dario wanted to see him. Dario would then tell PJ Black that the Worldwide Underground's new agent, Benjamin Cook, who they introduced earlier in the show, has been calling him, had called Dario Cueto 17 times, saying that PJ Black deserves another opportunity, all this stuff. Dario then informed PJ Black that next week he's going to be facing the number one contender to the Lucha Underground title, Rey Mysterio. So that is a huge matchup set up for next week, as well as the two final second round matches in the Cueto Cup tournament will be taking place, as it will be, and let me see here, it is going to be Tejano versus the Mac, and Drago taking on Pentagon Dark. So those are three huge matches, plus with those two tournament matches, plus Rey Mysterio and PJ Black. Those three matches set for next week. So looks like it's going to be another good episode for next week. But as far as this week's episode, I actually thought this week's episode, as I said, I thought it was actually a pretty good episode this week, with a awesome main event with Black and Puma. But the other two matches, with the Dante Fox and Son of Havoc, I thought was actually pretty good. And I actually, I will take that back. I really didn't care for the, because it was a short match. It was like maybe a minute or maybe even not even a minute long, with the whole Pindar and Cage. But those other two matches, PJ Black and Prince Puma, I would recommend checking out. And Dante Fox and Son of Havoc, I thought was actually pretty good as well. So overall, my thoughts on this week's episode, I thought it was actually pretty good. So I can't wait to see what happens next week. If you guys watched last night's episode of Lucha Underground, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. Of course, Lucha Underground airs every Wednesday, airs Wednesday night on the El Rey Network. If you guys haven't checked it out, I would recommend checking it out. So, with that being said, this has been my Lucha Underground review for last night's episode. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.